Hi guys, how's it going? It's a really quick video. I've actually been out for the first time since about the 22nd of December, and I look like a drowned rat because, well, a couple of things really. I had to go out today because I had to have a COVID test. That's another story, but I get the results tomorrow, so we'll see. And while I was having this test, it was near the sea, so I decided to go down and, you know, walk along the beach. And I was just like, you know, which was amazing. But it's really windy, it's really raining, and yeah, you know, settling into life in Essex, and really happy. The reason I'm doing this video really is because my Tearfallz premiere is due on January 17th. Despite everything that happened last year and moving here on October 15th, we still did the launch of the first preview, which was October 17th, and again November 17th, and again December 17th. So the 3 songs, must admit, sound really cool, but I just haven't really had the time to give it the love and attention that it really needs to make this premiere as good as I want it to be. So I'm gonna have to postpone it. You know, I'm really sorry to the people that was kind of, you know, looking forward to watching it. You know, I want it to be bigger and better than the last, but the thing is, right now, you know, because I was intending to do it in a studio, I wanted to go to at least a rehearsal room where I had a full PA and stuff like that. That's obviously not going to happen. So now I'm going to be doing it, you know, potentially sort of in a room like I did last time. So there's a lot of parameters that obviously have changed, and so I think I want to say Feb 17th, but I'm going to move it to March 17th. I don't like moving dates, and I, you know, I want something that I know that I can you know, present a 30-minute show, and then hopefully off the back of that premiere, then I've got to get myself into a studio. I'm going to hook up with a local producer here, and then the idea is to go on tour, you know, later part of the year, but you know, we'll see how it goes. It's crazy times, you know, but yeah, I just can't make, for lots of reasons, I just can't make this January 17th premiere happen. But much love, you know, to everyone. We've sort of we haven't launched it. We've launched the Facebook page for Remnants of Eden. I was really worried about the band name. You know, I think it's my last stand in a band. I'm pretty sure of it. I've said that before in previous bands, but you know, I'm knocking 50 now, you know, so I just you know, I think this is going to be my last hurrah. And I've got an amazing bass player who you know, who is badass and has a fantastic attitude, and it is a great bass player. I'm talking to a drummer who's really interested, but it's a bit on the young scale for like where I want to pitch this band, but we'll see, you know, until we get in the studio and get a vibe off one another and kind of see how it all works. I'm missing music like crazy. I was talking to Dawn the other day about, she was saying about her work colleagues and how close she is to some of her work colleagues, and I'm like, I've had nice, you know, really, you know, I've made a lot of friends through work, and I'm very grateful for those relationships. But you know, if you're ever in a band, you know, you get closer to people, you know, so all my sort of like, you know, friendships have been around music, and people who come to the shows, of course, you know, I won't mention any names, but they know who they are. You know, so you know, I'm grateful to the music community that keeps me sane, and I think this is why it's massively underrated when suddenly no one is doing music, you know, in a public sense, because whether you're someone going to the show or someone, you know, as an artist, both of those people are forgetting about life for a minute or two, you know. So yeah, I do look a bit ragged because the sea was pretty rough. But it was amazing just to walk along the beach for, you know, a short time. And but yeah, I'm really sorry that I've had to postpone the Tearfallz through this, I think it's through the Storm EP, but I don't know what the premiere was going to be called. But the new songs are killer. Like where do we start? Coastal Girl just had such passion and heart in it, and then #Wait kind of like had this, you know, it was co-written, and you know, when I came up the music for it and the melody, you know, for the vocals, I was just like, man, that's so catchy. And you know, and kudos to, you know, to Dawn or Ruby J, you know, for coming up with the you know, for coming up with the lyrics on #Wait, but they just sunk so well into the music that, you know, it was pretty easy to sort of write, you know, a really catchy song. And I found myself singing it around the house, you know, so you know, I know it's some good work. And then recently, you know, I wrote Ghost, which has been on the cards a while, and you know, again, that sort of, it comes together with like the ding ding ding, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, and then like I can almost imagine the production on that, where it would be like, so just some sort of like eerie bells of like going ding ding ding, ding a ding ding a ding, and then bring, and then you know, then goes into the, you know, check out the previews of those songs. They are rough demos. I need to get something that I can record something with. I was talking to this new drummer from Remnants of Eden. Did I even talk about that name? Yeah. So I was like, oh, you know, but it's like the Remnants is like the fucking, like everything kind of like cascading, and what's crumbled, you know, the sort of like, you know, the path to get here, and you know, and it's not just because, you know, Eden obviously is a Garden of Eden, so you finally get there and expect, you know, through the walk that we do through life, and you know, suddenly you expect to get to this heaven place. Well, maybe it's not as grandeur, and you know, because we all get through life a little battle torn, you know, and we're all a little bit scarred through this thing called life. So maybe you know, so the idea is that Remnants of Eden is like, you know, you kind of get there, and it's just, you know, it you know, you get there and it's a you know, I don't know what it is. You kind of make something in your mind. It's this place that, yeah, it's a sanctuary, but it's took hell to get there, you know. And then, you know, I think, oh, who was it? It's really annoying. Okay, so I was watching Dragon's Den, and you can go back and watch this clip if you want to. We were sat watching it, just something to watch, and there was this guy who was like third generation, like his name was Cadbury, and sadly they've sold the name, and obviously it's gone to, you know, it's been sold off. So most of the dragons were like, you know, oh, do you know there might be a lawsuit if you use your name Cadbury, and you know, but what, you know, what you know, a glorious piece of history and family history, and that's who he is, and that's who his family is. And I think it was Peter, I don't know his second name, and he was like, that's your you know, that's your name, that's your family heritage. So that was what kind of, you know, like Dawn really did sort of say, like, you know, I was like, oh, I can't call it Remnants of Eden, and she was like, that's your name. If anyone can have Remnants of Eden, you can. So I'm grateful to all the musicians who's going to work with me on this, because like it's still a band. It's still like, you know, we'll stand together and fucking, you know, in these sort of fiery guitars, and I don't know, I'm just making things up, but there seems to be like this ember of something growing, you know, that's been beaten down. And I just love the whole kind of like you know, the whole kind of, oh, what's the bloody word they say in marketing? Someone's saying it, I'm sure, while watching this video. USP? Is that what it's called? I don't know. But, you know, it's the Remnants of Eden. So I was like, do you know, I'm going to run with it, because, you know, if you if you listen to what other people think, then you'll never do anything. And fuck it, man, we're here for one crack, where, you know, this life goes by so quickly. You know, I'm eternally grateful for the people that's still in my life, and you know, and it's just such a shame that we seem to be on this this continued lockdown, when, you know, each and every day is precious. It just is. And you know, we it makes us appreciate of what we got and what we have. And you know, and I guess I want to go out and you know, and you know, and of course love the ones close to me, but I also want to go out and fulfill dreams. So that's kind of where it's all at. So but it, you know, motivation is always hard. I think, you know, when you're especially after last year, like, you know, everything kind of went down, and, you know, and dealing with like staying at home or isolation and how you cope with that. And, you know, some people do all right. I actually did all right through that. Didn't, you know, I've done really well through through oh, how much do we want to get into this? What I'm saying is that I didn't crumble through that period, as I might have done in years gone by. And I'm really proud of that. And I'm really proud to sort of say, no, do you know what? I've actually got control of what's going on around me. And now I just got to find people who believe with the same thought process, and, you know, and want to bring out the best in something. So a lot to come, you know. Yeah, a lot to come. You know, a lot of fresh ideas still there, and, you know, a lot of fun to be had. But let's all hope that we can get through. We all knew 2021 was not going to be, you know, this beacon light of all back to normal. Itchy back for good. But yeah, you know, it's you know, I've started a music course down in Essex, which started on Monday 12th. So that's kind of cool. And I'm just, you know, obviously my new guitar has been launched. That's what I was saying about the page, is we've not launched it officially. It was there. You know, I haven't sort of sent out any invites, so I'm grateful for all the people that sort of, you know, wandered over and just hit a like. You know, my tattooist is one of them. Thank you, Kirsty. Yeah, you know, and it's good. I'm in a really good place. It's just a shame that we you know, we're all kind of locked in our houses, and unable to kind of like, you know, take that goodness into the world and enjoy life as it should be. You know, we weren't put on this planet to be stuck in a 4x4, you know, or 8x8, 12x12, whatever size your room is. But yeah, so Tearfallz premiere March 17th will happen. A 30-minute show as before. No repeat of songs, so it'll be new songs, and then that would lead me nicely on to, you know, doing some shows. Hopefully going to do some down here. There's, you know, some really nice, I've been told there's some cool open mics around here, so that's obviously where I'll start, on the open mic circuit. And then you know, it's good fun. We spoke about merch only this morning, actually. So there's going to be some stuff on that, and then obviously Tearfallz EP, and then Remnants of Eden, which is difficult to put together because obviously we need to get into a studio. Yeah, so I'm gonna love you, leave you, take good care of yourself, look after one another. Sorry I look like shit, but hey, you know, this isn't Hollywood, right? I don't know. I'm just me, and I'm always going to be just me. So thanks to everyone who sticks by me, everyone who follows my, you know, my music, and let's see what we can pull out of this year. Be good to one another, be kind to one another, look after yourself, and stay safe. Much love. Take care.